Hello viewers, here is an early Emerson table fan. This is a 12-inch model. I believe this would be considered the Parker blade style. It is type 28646, made for 110 volts at 60 Hertz. Made in the United States of America. That's one of the reasons why it still works nearly 100 years later. An oil port here. It is a single bearing motor, similar in design to what General Electric used in the box fans and a number of other fans. This dates back to sometime in the 1920s, I believe, 23, somewhere in there. So it's almost 100 years old, and that really is a testament to the quality because it still runs just fine. And the only thing I've done to it is replace the cord because that had frayed at the flex points, and I oiled the bearing, and that was it. Otherwise it's in original condition. There's some debate about leaving these in original condition versus stripping the paint and refinishing it. I happen to like it in this style because it's more valuable to have it in this condition where 95% of the original paint is there versus 100% of a new coat of paint, because you can create a new coat of paint any day. You can't create the original finish like this. It's either there or it's not. In this case, it's mostly here, and that's why I decided to leave it. And it's not bad. There's some flaking off here at the bottom, and on the back side it's pretty much all there. The motor is good. Actually, the motor still has most of its luster to it. It's a nice, well, it's kind of dusty now, but it's a nice high gloss finish. And what's preserved the motor so well is that traces of lubrication have come out and kind of got on the housing over the years, and that provided somewhat of a coating which maintained the finish. You can see it still reflects the light. The blades on this are brass, but they were never intended to have a high shine finish to it. They are painted, which I don't quite understand why they did that, because certainly the polished ones are a lot more flashy and, in my opinion, appealing. I'd much prefer the polished brass blades over these, but again, this is what it originally would have come with, and so this is how it will remain. I did replace both of these wires, the lead wire here and the line wire. These grommets are original. This grommet is MIA. I have to figure out what to do about that still. I put this plug on here. I don't think this is what it really would have had originally, but I liked it, and it is fitting for the time period, so that's on there, and it looks decent enough. The switch does work, and this works so beautifully compared to any switch you can buy today. It's just so smooth and easy to move. It clicks right in place. It's incredible. And that I've done nothing to. That's in original condition as it left the factory 100 years ago. I'm going to get the kilowatt meter here, and we're going to plug this in so we can see how much power it draws, because there is a common misconception that goes around that says newer fans are supposedly more energy efficient, or whatever that even is, but we're going to omit that here because that's just not true. So I'll plug this up here and start it up on low. The numbers have kind of worn off here. I think one is all the way to the right. Nope, it's not. That's high. So we'll do the first one is low. Now bear in mind, this is a shaded pole motor, not a capacitor motor, and it's only drawing 47 watts. $46 and it's whipping the air around. And also remember that this is drawing more power than it was intended to, because this was designed to run on 110 volts and we're feeding 120 into it, so it's running faster than it was intended to. If this was only drawing, being fed 110 volts, the power draw would be even lower. It doesn't shake at all. It's in very good balance, which is impressive because the technology to balance a prop was not very good in 1920. It just wasn't available yet. Okay, now we'll go up to 2. And now we're drawing 47 watts, so it was not a big step up in speed at all. And now high. Now we're up to 59 watts, or 0.82 amps. Down to 57 watts. The spin down was kind of short. May need to be oiled again. I haven't used this in a long time. Anyway, so that's that. The Emerson 12-inch table fan. It's a 28646. Almost 100 years old. The stuff we have now won't be running 100 years from now. You just can't get quality like this anymore.